It has been 453 days since now 16-year-old Sebastian Rogers vanished from his home in Hendersonville. His disappearance sparked national headlines, but now his father says the case is losing momentum. With National Missing Children's Day coming up on Sunday, he is raising his voice and demanding urgency. News 2's Caitlin.
I went and talked to neighbors, and every single one of them, every single one, welcomed me. And if they had video surveillance, they gave it to me. The only person that would not talk to me, as the only person that had something to hide and wouldn't talk to me. You know, she has a son that's hiding and waiting for somebody in the dark, late night on the 25th. And there needs to be some explaining for that. I'll just leave it at that.
That we are going to keep searching, we are going to keep looking, we are going to find him, and we are going to bring him home.
Since we first aired the video last month, authorities have said no evidentiary value.
It is of no evidentiary value. It is of no evidentiary value.
Can you tell me what those lights are?
No.
Why?
Because the investigation remains ongoing.
I'm working on behalf of Sebastian. I am not, my client is Sebastian, and they're the guardians that have the ability to sign.
It just started. Hi Dad, I know this has been a family, but tomorrow's picture day. So could you send some decent clothes over to me so that I can wear the decent clothes and be handsome for my birthday if we don't have decent clothes? Mom!
Because our heart is missing. He is my world. I need him. I need him back with me.
Okay, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. There's that stud, Ray Silvers. Let me get this out of the way here. All right. Okay, let me know how I sound in chat. Tomorrow I will be able to put my new mic on. Again, if anyone sees Cajun, let me know. I know I keep mentioning this, but tomorrow I get my headphone extensions because the new mic that I got that's sitting in the box here doesn't have a jack input to it, so I have to run one through my my tower. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hey, me and you, good to see you. I saw some new members. As always, thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. Love True Crime, thank you so much for renewing membership. And Christy Smith, thank you so much for the continued support. God bless you. Sounds good. All right, awesome. No new mic. Well, it's not on yet, but tomorrow I'll have the adapter that I need for it. So anyway, of course, we're going to be going over the Sebastian Rogers case. Been missing, by the time we know it, it'll be nearly 2 years. Can't believe it. But his birthday, 17th birthday, is coming up on Sunday, December 7th, which is wild. And this poor child has still not been found. It doesn't seem like the mother and stepfather are doing anything. The biological father, Seth, has been doing everything he can. And behind the scenes, so many people working, trying to do their part. And, of course, I've been trying to do mine, along with a lot of help from you guys, and going over surveillance footage. And, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my eyeballs hurt because I've been staring at surveillance footage. I wouldn't say nonstop, but it feels like that sometimes. But yeah, got a little bit of a migraine today. I thought taking yesterday off would kind of help, but apparently not. But a little bit of Advil or Tylenol actually and these special little glasses do kind of help. So, but I have found some more stuff, and the stuff with the the lights. I'm sorry, I got the wrong video up here. And we'll just jump right into it here. Actually, let me pull this one up first here. Give me just a second. But yeah, kind of narrowed down where this light is coming from. If you missed it, we'll kind of recap what we've been looking at. But I think we've narrowed down where this light is coming from. And we may know more here soon. And Silver's on the scene. He recently reposted one of his videos because he drove out to the cemetery. So if you guys don't know what we're looking at, just in case you haven't been following the channel. Wrong. Oh, no wonder. Okay. So anyway, that is Sebastian's neighborhood right here. And we've got surveillance footage from the house right here, which has cameras on basically all four corners of the home, right? And we got most of the footage still coming in. But as it's coming in, we've been discovering stuff left and right. On Sunday, we discovered that there was an unmarked law enforcement vehicle on the 27th, so the night after he disappeared, driving up Kellen and actually shining his floodlight back in here. And yeah, so it's been wild. And then on top of that, been noticing some strange activity going on in the cemetery. This isn't a big cemetery, and we'll look at some of Silver's video to get a boots on the ground view of it. But there's this strange light that comes on the night before he went missing and the night he did go missing. And here it is. Now, again, it's very small, but we've been kind of, in between shows trying to figure out where this is coming from, speaking with locals, trying to figure out, kind of what's in the background, what are we looking at, and I think we've got a better idea, and I'm sure by the end of the week we'll have an even better idea. Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's not a bad idea, B, but let's think about this. This cemetery is small. Very small. I mean, tiny. This isn't like, this, from what I understand, this cemetery was really just made for the people that went to this church. This church apparently is really old. And again, when you look at the cemetery, I mean, you can't even see the graves. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, this is a baby cemetery. I mean, they've got two plots, 3 plots. Oh, actually, well, there's a little bit more in here. Okay. So they have one main plot back here. It's kind of hidden in the trees, but other than that, I mean, that's it. Then you just got these tiny little extra plots. This is a big cemetery. Again, but that's not a bad, look at it at all angles. But wait until I show you guys what we've kind of discovered today. Kind of really stir things up a little bit. So anyway, this light, not this one, but this one here. Now, as you can see on the timestamp here, it's the 25th. So this is the night before he went missing. And there's this light that kicks on at approximately 3:23. It lasts about 6 minutes. And it ends at 3:29, 3:30. And then on the night he went missing, the same light in that same exact spot kicks on at 3:43 and then goes until 3:49. And then on both nights, the night before and the night after, or in the night of that he went missing, after we see this light kick on, there are at least one vehicle driving around. And I'm like 90% sure it's in the cemetery. And it is just really, really strange. Now, I've been getting a lot of footage looking through, because obviously the next course of action is to look to see if, is this common, right? Does this happen on other nights? Does it happen at 2 a.m.? Does it happen at 1 a.m.? And I can tell you, as footage comes in, I've been scanning through it. Like you see here, here's the 27th and the 28th. So here's the 27th, and as you can see the timestamp. There's nothing. There's no light turning it on. Now remember, as I told you guys, if you saw my Sunday live, this is fast forwards, and there was a storm that kind of came in the night after he went missing. So the 27th and 28th, the branches are moving. So all the little lights in the background kind of blink off and on. That's just because the branches are being waved in, moving. But no vehicle, no light that kicks on under this big massive light. And again, I'm looking not only at 3 a.m., I'm looking at like 1, 2 a.m., and I'm not seeing anything. So just to show you like how very unique and odd this is to happen around the time he goes missing. Would a solar light go off at 3 a.m.? I mean, again, I like that. I like that kind of thinking, Heather. Like, again, you want to look at all possibilities, because the timing, again, it only comes on the 25th and the 26th. And again, like I said, I've been looking at the hours before, from midnight to 3 a.m., nothing. Looking on other days, nothing. Again, this happens so far, and until I see more footage, but so far, this kicks on the night before he goes missing at 3:30, more or less, and then the night of he went missing. And then not only that, but on both nights, after this does its thing, there's a vehicle. And on the night he went missing, it almost looks like there's two vehicles. So that's where it really gets weird. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this was pretty, I mean, in my opinion, planned out, sadly. All right, let's get into, because, yeah, more stuff. Another car. Guess what? No surprise. Another 3 a.m. vehicle. And this one's very interesting. I mean, they're all interesting, but yeah. So a lot to go over. Pammy, thank you so much. God bless for all you do. Oh, I appreciate that so much, Pammy. God bless you. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. If you can, please hit that like button. Let's get his name out there. Of course, we have Voices of Truth. The people responsible for the event coming up on Sunday at Culver's Ice Cream in Clarksville, which is amazing. I meant to have that up there. Darn it. But again, I just have to bring this up as always because, again, you got people that never, actually met Sebastian, but coming together and doing something like this, putting, getting a sponsorship from Culver's, and, spreading awareness on his 17th birthday, which is amazing, where they're going to hand out free malts at the Clarksville Culver's. I'll need to get the address next time, and I'll put it on the put it on the stream. Sorry, I can't talk. But yeah, so amazing. Okay, guys. So let's get into it. New stuff. And where is this light coming from? Because I think I've narrowed it down. And this is where it gets, in my opinion, a little bit disturbing. I don't know if disturbing is the right word, but a little, yeah. Oh, thank you, hindsight. Yeah, yeah, hindsight, BMW, Trent. Again, there's so many people behind the scenes doing such amazing work. So, okay, so let's go to the 25th, and then we're gonna get to Silver's video so much. But there's a reason why I'm showing this 25th, because there may be a connection, maybe not, but we got to look at it at all angles. Okay, so the 25th, night before he goes missing, we have this light that comes on, right? This is just beyond the construction site, and I'll show an overlay at some point. But this light comes on for approximately 6 minutes and then goes off. It doesn't come on again or after. And like I said, I've looked at footage before and after and nothing. So this is very strange and unique. And so look at the time. It is almost 3:30, right? It started at 3:23. It's going to kick off about 3:29. Well, as I was looking at more footage, so here we are now looking at, just so everybody's on the same page here. So we were looking this direction. Now we're going to do a 180. This is the night before he went missing. We're going to do a 180 here. Oop. Sorry, it's different from Google Earth when you're on Google Maps. So we're looking up this way here, right? This is the neighborhood. One main road that goes in. Killen. His street is off Stafford here. And then it's a dead end on Devon here. And we've seen some very suspicious cars go up and down, and they all do this weird 3-point turn as if they know the neighborhood, right? And if you remember, on the 25th, hold on, 3913, 3913, 3913, 3913. Yeah, midnight. So at midnight, at 12:15, I guess we should say, is we have that silver sedan. The night before he went missing, 12:15, we have the silver sedan, right? Goes up and does a 3-point turn, right? That silver sedan is the one we've been talking about a lot. We see it on the 25th at 12:15. We see it on the night he went missing at 3 a.m., basically 2:58 to 2:59 a.m. And then we see it on the 27th, the night after he went missing, at 3:15? 3:15 or 3:30. Oh, actually, you know what? I have it here. Why don't I just show you guys? 3:15. Okay. It's hard trying to keep all these times in my head. We see the same silver sedan 3 nights in a row. But going back, 3913, 3913. There we go. So going back to the night before he went missing. So remember, just behind us is that light that was going off in the cemetery, right? At 3:20, it started at 3:23 a.m. and now at 3:30 it just died off. And eventually we're going to see a vehicle. Well, that same night, as you can see in the timestamp, on Killen in his neighborhood, we see this. There we go. One night before he went missing. Oh, that's interesting. That is a different car we have not seen before. That is a red sedan. I don't know the model because I just discovered it today. And been working 2 different angles. But that is a red silver sedan. Red sedan. I'm so used to saying silver sedan. At 3:30 on Kellen. Here's a bunch of different angles. And would you be surprised if I told you it does the same, and I mean the same exact 3-point turn as the silver sedan? And what's also interesting about this car is I noticed it's got its interior light on. You can tell. But the other thing that really makes me kind of giddy in a way is look at the tail lights. It is now hitting its brakes, right? Just watch as it hits the brakes. Notice it's got that extra brake light up at the top there. No, this is the night before. This is not the Uber. This is the night before. And that one was a Tesla. The Uber car was a Tesla. I don't think this is a Tesla. I could be wrong. But one thing I thought was interesting is the taillights and the way they're set up. Now again, it could just be another car. Just, you know, I don't know what it is with this neighborhood and 3 a.m. and doing 3-point turns. But here you're going to see it again. So that's Devon, and you're going to see that's Devon Court right here. Is it a sports car? I don't know. I hadn't had time, Kiki. I mean, it's a great question. Yes, Carly has a red car. I think they have a Charger, though. I don't think this is a Charger. Again, I'm not a car guy. I mean, I'm starting to become a car guy because of all this, but so again, same thing. This is where this is so strange. It doesn't do a U-turn, right? It doesn't do because Katie did a U-turn. We can see her doing a U-turn when she pretends to look for Sebastian. She does a U-turn. Or but with these cars, with the silver sedan and this one, they drive up to about here and then they do a 3-point turn instead of just looping around. It's so weird. So you can see the brake lights and you can literally see it back up. And then you'll be able to see the headlights. Yep, see, we just saw the headlights as it's flipping around towards us. And it's going to come back down. So weird. Now, again, it's always plausible that it's... the only thing with Uber Eats would be the BP gas station. I just find it so odd that it does the same exact thing as that silver sedan. But maybe that silver sedan has nothing to do with it, and maybe this car is the one that we've been hunting for. Who knows, right? So as you can see, it's doing the 3-point turn. It's really slowed down. I'm sorry. But I'll show you why I'm really interested in this vehicle. Along with the timing, because remember, we just saw on the other side in the cemetery at 3:23 till 3:30 was that little light that comes on. No, I'm like 90% sure it was a Tesla. I think you can see the logo. I have the video, but I can't, this, because all this footage is coming from that neighbor. I can't, there's certain things I can't, like, I have to be, respectful of the people providing this stuff. But I'm like 90% sure it was a Tesla. Anyway, but remember, this is the night before. But here, notice here, again, the other difference is this person's got their light, interior light. It appears to be. Notice there's a little bit of like a hue, and it's actually going to go blue at one point if I can pause it. But notice that little hue. We don't see that with the other cars. Right on the driver's side there. See it? They clearly have like some kind of interior light on. Right there, yeah, you can really see it. There's kind of got the bluish white. But yeah, clearly they have something on there. Yeah, yes, I will, especially when we get to this other thing. Yes, this is all, yeah. Within a day or two. Yeah. I really wanted to go over other footage from the cemetery. But this is why I'm kind of interested in this vehicle as well. Only just because it's just strange that we're seeing these vehicles at 3:30, 3 a.m. and they're doing the same thing. But I always kind of thought that this car may have had a brake light that was kind of higher up. I don't know what you call it, the one that's kind of like, I'm not sure if it's like in the back window, rear window part. DG is Danny Guy. That is extended family member of the Stink Feet. And Carly is the neighbor next to his first name is also Chris. That's why I do Carly, because it get kind of confusing. Carly lives here. And allegedly may have had a relationship with Katie. Because remember, Crispy was gone for, before Sebastian went missing. Remember, because of the CPS reports, Crispy couldn't be around, and Katie needed help, and so allegedly, Carly was around to fulfill those needs, I guess. And I believe, in my opinion, allegedly may have helped in the removal of Sebastian. But anyway, back to that. But anyway, just kind of, because I know we got a lot of people in here, and thank you guys so much. We almost have 900 people in here. That's awesome. So before we get to the cemetery, but I always kind of thought that this light may have been like the upper part of the tail light. If that makes sense, like in the window, kind of, or you know what I'm trying to say. What we just saw here, and I'm going to show an example, but. And again, this is how the car would be parked. This is how we'd see it, right? Because we can't see the headlights, so it'd be something like this. Not quite exact, but that's why we can't see the headlights. And I took this from a different surveillance that was on YouTube, and it was a guy that had like a camera set up kind of similar to the driver with this guy, where he's got his camera, angled, and his driveway is at an angle, and then which makes the street look like it's, notice the car is almost kind of like, on its side almost. And I feel like that's kind of what we would have in a way. But there's the taillights. And let me know what you guys think. Again, it's a stretch, but I always kind of felt like that extra little bit of light up above this one here that kind of fades in and out is like either the second tail light next to it. I mean, it could just be the second tail light. Or is it, above it, kind of as if, like the I want to say tripod, but the trifecta there. Kind of interesting. And then if you missed Sunday, we discovered the. So again, this just goes to show, and again, we'll get to the cemetery right after this. We discovered this on Sunday. This is an undercover law enforcement vehicle. Confirmed. They use their light when they kind of do a different. Well, they don't do a 3-point turn. They do let's say U-turn. But anyway, they turn on to Devon, and they use their light to kind of scan the construction for a second. And that was on the 27th, one day after he went missing at a little after 3 a.m. And then on the 28th, another undercover law enforcement SUV was seen at 3 a.m. doing the same exact thing, except for the spotlight. But they did the same thing. They drove right up to the construction part, and then they did a U-turn. So, in my opinion, that says that they'd seen this footage. This footage was coming in, and they saw these unknown vehicles, or suspicious activity, you could say, and possibly trying to catch them in the act. Who knows? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Timu Cup. There you go. Yeah. All right, now let's get on to the cemetery and Silvers and what I believe is going on. But yeah, what do you guys think, though? Kind of interesting. As we're transitioning, the night before he goes missing, this light comes on, and this is in the cemetery. I'm like 95% sure now. Between 3:23 and 3:29, it's on. And then there's a vehicle a little bit later that comes down this road. We'll look at that in a minute. But literally minutes after that happens, we have this red car going up and coming down Kellen. Again, were they scouting? Were they trying to block Wi-Fi, block the cameras? So many theories, possibilities. I see Bevileman. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It's a little small. But thank you so much for becoming a member and supporting this channel. I'll look at it closer and I'll have your name right. Bevileman. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But thank you so much for becoming a member and supporting this channel. God bless. All right, guys, let's get into it. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's wild. Very sus. Yeah, I agree. The timing of it. Okay, so now we're on the 26th, the night he went missing. Now this is why this isn't like some mechanical light. And to be honest, where I'm going to show you where this light is coming from, there's nothing there. There's not like a building there where this is like a motion sensor light. There's nothing really except for one thing anyway. But there it kicks on. This is the night he went missing, right? Kicks on for about 5 to 6 minutes. Fades in, fades out, which is interesting. It does have the properties of like a motion sensor light, I guess, but with the timing and everything. But other than that, the placement of it doesn't fit for it being just something motion light. I think it's somebody out there with the light. So here is where I believe it is approximately. And we were trying to figure out where the bigger light is just above it was. And speaking with the local, they said that there's like a telephone pole somewhere in this tree line here. Let me pause it. Sorry, I got my other video going. They said that, sorry. So here we're looking. So again, Sebastian's neighborhood, his home. Where the surveillance is at, where we're looking just beyond the construction, and there's this tree line, and apparently there is a pole that has a light on it somewhere in here, and hopefully we'll know more by this weekend. But earlier today, I started kind of narrowing down where this light is likely coming from, and this is where it starts to get kind of, again, like I said, disturbing would be the best word to describe it. So, oh yeah, so on the 25th, just to show you guys, just because we are going to be mainly focusing, but after this light, this is the other common thing, right? We're trying to look for commonalities with the things that we're spotting. And so we have this light that comes on the night before he goes missing for 6 minutes. And then right after, well, not right after, but 3:30. So 15 minutes later, a vehicle is seen going south. And where this vehicle is at is absolutely odd. And I'll show you why, but this is heavily slowed down. But this is a vehicle going south in the cemetery, and I'll show you exactly where it's at, and it's strange. For that time of night, especially. And then on that same night before at 3:49, so 4 minutes later, we see the vehicle. I see another vehicle again, almost like they're looping around. Now that I'm starting to know the cemetery a little bit better, either there's two vehicles, is certainly a possibility, or one vehicle doing like a loop around. Which again, what are you doing on early Monday morning? Oh, geez. Sorry. But yeah, so I'll kind of explain where that is coming through, and I promise you, this is pretty wild. Kiki says, Mob, can you check what is in the cemetery in front of the pond? Maybe a bench. I don't know. Something concrete. Just curious. Great questions. Thank you, Kiki, for the $5. Yeah, we'll look at some stuff and kind of see what you guys think. Stinkfish stinks. Stinks. Oh, I didn't. I love it. Stinkfish, stink socks, stink feet. All very stinky. That's funny. Okay. All right. So this is our lovely Silvers on the scene with Silvers and Silvers 2. He went out there, you say like 5 months after he went missing. So that puts us in August. So this is the cemetery. Very small. Again, it's got like one main plot and then like, a couple of smaller plots. But I'm going to show you, and again, thanks to him, and seeing the terrain, and I'll show you guys exactly where this light, or the approximate area where this light is coming from.
The search efforts when this was going on, because there's so much.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Yeah, be careful, Sleuth. Yeah, try not to use the F-bomb. I know you try to switch it. Although I think a lot of us would agree, but maybe not use that. But I feel you're... Yeah. Yes, thank you, Cheryl. It's a historical burial plot. Yeah, that's what... that's a great term. That's what the local was telling me, is that yeah, this was kind of used by the people that went to the church, their families, and whatnot. Not your more public cemetery. I don't know what the proper term would be, but
you can see right over here, there's a whole tree-lined woods.
And where he's looking, it's going to come up here. This area is going to be what we're really going to be focusing on here in just a minute.
That is an absolute perfect spot to just look, because...
And that's funny he's saying that. And he has no idea year and a half, not that long. Yeah, a year and a half later? Holy cow. That we would be looking at this, and he's literally pointing out a very interesting spot.
What are we thinking here? If you...
Oh, no worries. Thank you, Siggy.
That Sebastian allegedly, in our opinion, is buried somewhere. He'll never be found.
Okay, so where he's pulling up is very important. So I'm going to let this play. But notice the terrain. Notice the backdrop and where he's at. And notice, because remember, they live in rolling hills, so it's this terrain is very wavy, rolling, however you want to say it. But this spot is very important.
Doesn't stop me for looking, because how do we know this, right?
So to the left of him,
so I'm here at this cemetery,
is the construction site. So just to kind of orient us here. So Sebastian's home, construction area, and this tiny little, again, this is a small little cemetery. Again, this is why seeing vehicles at 3:30, 3:40 on the night before and the night of him going missing is a little odd, right? Especially when I go back and look at hours before and after and days before and after, and there's nothing. That's when it really gets odd. But anyway, they are driving. They just came through here, and he's driving through this kind of really just the main plot here, I guess. I don't know what you consider like is each separate one a plot, but I'm not a expert in that area. But anyway, you guys know what I'm saying. So he's kind of coming up here. That's construction, just to kind of orient us here.
It's beautiful. The trees. Rest in peace to everyone here. And then I look at this little pond. Was that pond drained? Was that pond looked at or not? Because no dog supposedly hit on it. I mean, where does...
Now, I'm not sure which pond he's talking about. He might have mentioned the one to the left of us. But if he's talking about the one to the right, oof, he's spot on.
It's almost like I understand investigations. I can't imagine if...
Notice how he went down. This is very important. And notice the hill. So we have this, right? He just came down. We're in a low point, and now you can see we're going to kind of come up to a high point if we go up this way. This is very important.
One of my loved ones were missing. But people like myself who want to help find this child.
So here's me, and I forgot I did this, but here's where he's going. Now our light source is coming around this area here, and I'll show you how we can kind of tell. But that is where he's driving, and of course he goes up this road right after. But again, notice the dip. Kind of slowed it down because I really want to emphasize this, because this is where we would be able to see, because this light that's under the, what I call the North Star, it's very low, but it's just beyond the construction site. We can tell when we do the overlay, as you can see right here. Here's the overlay. Here's the construction site in the morning. We can see the excavator right up here. But our light source is going to be right over here. And it's going to fade into night. And where the North Star is, not the actual North Star, but the biggest floodlight. And then this is the light. Look how low it is, but it's not in the construction. As you can see with the overlay, it is beyond the construction. And that's very important. Sorry, I itch my nose. Let's see here. So there's the light as it kicks on. And here, watch as it fades. So here's it fading back into day while it's still on. So I'm overlaying that video with the daytime just so you can see that it's literally just beyond the construction site. But it's at this low point. Well, it's right here, but again, it's beyond the construction site. It's literally on the horizon of their work site. And there's this area, remember how I was telling you, where he was going in at this kind of low point here, and you can actually see it.
Good fun. I'm not going to get in that pond anyway, right?
And that is back up here. That low point is right here. And what is just beyond that? A pond. And from what I understand from the locals, that was never drained. The pond was never drained. It may have been searched. I would not be surprised. But as far as I know, pretty good source, I think only one pond was drained. But from what I understand, this one was not. And that light source is coming from this low point here. And you can see it. And then right here, notice, let's see, where's a good angle? Right here. Sorry. It's a little kind of reversed. But you can see how the low point is, and then we notice as Ray came down, and that's that low point. And as we look the opposite way, we can see that would be, I don't know if I can go any lower. I can't really. That would be literally exactly, the camera would be right here. We're looking right here. And that pretty much lines up with where we're looking at. So Again, that is where the light is at the low point of the kind of hill, and just beyond that, or it could be right at the pond. That is where the light is at. About 90% sure. And then there's more, but that so Jazz says the recharge pond. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Jazz. Interesting.
But the other reason to come through here is I just, for those who live nowhere.
And I'm sure they probably did.
To this area.
Now, we know that people can overlook stuff all the time. And again, I'm not saying it could have buried something, right? It might not even be that pond, but it is right there, right? That light is. And what's that light source for, right? There's nothing there. For that light source to be something that's like natural to that cemetery.
Right? It's massive. I mean, just this area alone is massive. It's directly next door to his home. So let's just take the route that he left on foot. I mean, look at that dirt right there.
Let me see what that is.
I mean, look. There's dirt there, right? And it's like a mound. Is that excess dirt? Is that where a hole has been dug? Someone going to take a shovel and actually look there? Has it been searched already?
Oh, thanks, Faces of America. Yeah, there's more.
Like I said, it can't get here.
I figured out where one of the cars is literally at, and this is.
Gomez Perez, 12 years old, missing.
Sorry, Silver's turning down just for a sec, buddy. And again, if you'd like to go check out his video, it is links in the description. He's going to be going out there very soon and doing some searching, which is so amazing. But I wanted to show where he's going here.
Or is it looping? Oh, there's a gate, so I can't get out. So I got to turn around and get.
So this is Ward Lane right here.
So look at the area, folks. And I think when you go out, Seth's out there, he's looking.
And that's a gate right there. Now this area here was kind of like a farm land, and they had cows and stuff. And so I think one of the reasons maybe this gate was up is so a barrier to keep the animals in, so they're not running through the cemetery and into the school. But yeah, there's a gate there, which is interesting. Now, I don't know. I know sometimes, gates like that in some of the more rural areas, like some ranchers, it's not like it's locked, but it's not like, locked with like a chain linked, like padlock. Sometimes they just have something that's like, like a rope or something that's just kind of like tied around it, or you lift it or not, or so anybody can really technically access it. They just have to kind of unlock whatever mechanism they have up. But I don't know. He never got close to it. But it's what they do next here. It gets interesting. So he's driving back now. And again, this, let's see. Yeah, that pond area is right there. Let me get caught up in chat here.
Just to give you an idea.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, this is definitely. I don't think he walked out here. There's just no way. I've scanned tons of footage. There's just no way he would not have been caught on I mean, just one house has 4 cameras that cover a huge spot that if he went northeast, if he went to the construction, he would have been seen. There's just no way. He has a camera facing his home. He has a camera facing the front door, front of the home, and a camera facing the back of the home. And they even overlap each other, and he wasn't seen on either one. 2 cameras literally covering almost 360 view of the home. He's not seen walking out of those 2, or that we know of. So yeah. Anyway, this is getting a view. Again, it's very small. Like someone said, it's like a historic cemetery. So it makes no sense for like a security person to be out there or to even have security. All right, this is the other interesting thing. Thanks to Silver here. Well, if you went to the school and not the construction site, I mean, it still had to be walk past I don't know how many cameras and not be seen on a single one. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not sure if that was looked at. So as Silver, and there he is looking at the pond. And again, this is that low point. So the light again, and I thought, well, maybe like there's a light shining on this, but that doesn't make any sense because why would it just shine for 6 minutes and why at like midnight, or why isn't it on like a timer or anything? And that would be the only thing I could think of is something like shining on that. But I don't think that object lines up with where it's close, but that was about the only thing I could think of. But that object sitting right here, it's like a plaque. Again, I'm not 100% sure. It could be, I know if I understand correctly, like people that get cremated might just have their something like that. But the light is almost more in this area. Because this thing kind of starts where it starts to go back up. So I don't think that light is coming from that. It's somewhere in this area. But anyway, moving on. It's the direction and the placement of where Silvers is at. So on the 25th, the night before he went missing, when we had the light, after the light kicked on, about 10 minutes later, I couldn't figure out why this car looked like it was so much higher and exactly where it was coming from until thanks to Silvers. But remember, we see this vehicle and it's going south. When I do slow motion, it's hard. It's kind of a tough thing because when I do slow motion, it's almost kind of tough to tell, especially when it's like this, like what it's really doing. When you have it going normal speed, it's a little easier to tell, like, where it's coming from and where it's going to. But then obviously if I'm playing at normal speed, it's going to be a blip. But yeah, this car, and again, I couldn't figure it out because I'm like, man, this thing is so much higher. Because remember, this is our big light source, and that other light source is down here. So that shows us. So we just saw headlights right there, right? This high up, yet that light was down here. Well, thanks to Silvers, figured out what that was, and that is a vehicle literally driving. So this is where that light is. And the North Star light up here. This person is driving right on this on this path right here. 99% sure on that. There's no other road beyond it, except for this one, but this one's lower. So there's only two roads, right, that we could see that a vehicle would be driving on, right? Because there's nothing back here. So, and it was kind of hidden. I didn't even realize it. And look, there's actually a car there. But if you look at the level, right, if a car was driving here, we wouldn't see it from the camera, right? Because it's the rolling hills. I can't go any lower. But you know what I mean? Like, this is down. So if a car's down here, because this land is higher up, we wouldn't see a vehicle, down in this dip here. But a vehicle up here, because this vehicle that we're seeing is really high up. And if we look, this is like the high point of the cemetery. As you can see, like this right here, but all of this is the high point. And if we look back at the footage, let me show you where the light was at. Oh, sorry. So there's the light, right? So that's the light. That vehicle is like right here. And I'm like, man, that thing's so much higher up. And then it made sense. It's like, oh, that car is driving on this part of the cemetery. So why, at 3:40, are they doing that?
It's massive.
Let's see.
Mentioned or said, and all this stuff is pond.
So right here is basically where that vehicle was driving.
Sure if that was looked at.
As you can see, they're starting to go down lower. And that is where the light source is at. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, what is this person doing at 3:45 in the morning? That would be a Sunday morning, right? Because it's the night before he went missing. Just 10 minutes after we saw a light down in this little area here, which would be close to the pond. Not only that, but 4 minutes later, another vehicle does the same path, almost as if they drove in a circle. This is at 35. Find it again. Messages. 45. Yeah, so 45. There's the vehicle. And we fast forward. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. And 4 minutes later, at 3:49, only one road that could be up there is that cemetery road at the base of the tree line. And they're driving up there. It is so weird. It's the trash truck. Don't get them started, Samantha. It's the trash truck. Yeah, we'll blame it. Those damn trash trucks are everywhere, man. Everywhere.
When I realized this
My goodness. What are they doing? They don't get paid enough, I guess. But yeah, interesting that for the most part narrowed down where this light is coming from. Kind of scary that it's basically lines up with where the pond is at, because this is the low point. This is why I'm showing this again. And thanks to Silvers, because seeing his video, you can see, where we would be able to see that low point, because that light is so low compared to, the North Star light and even the vehicle. And as you can see, that's the road as it goes up higher and higher. That would be the vehicle coming this way the night before he went missing. And so Silvers would be kind of like driving about right here. And again, I'll get hopefully confirmation in a day or two. But by the end of the week, hopefully, exactly where this light is at. But I was told it's in the tree line between the school and in the cemetery. And this pretty much lines up with it. And then I'll read chat here in just a second. What's the other thing I'm going to show? Pull this one up real quick. But yeah, here again, example. The 27th, so day 2. There's nothing, no light. The 28th, day 3, no light, no vehicles, nothing. And then, so we've been showing you the 25th, and then on the 26th, we have a vehicle at 3:45 going down Long Hollow. Seen going down Long Hollow at 3:45. And just before that vehicle, at 3:43, we have that light come on again the night he goes missing. Basically around that pond area in the dip. And not only that, but after that light starts to go away, or even before, I think. Remember, we saw that car going down Long Hollow at 3:45. We have a vehicle entering the cemetery just after that light. It is wild. I think about, and we can see the tail lights of it and everything, because we get these amber red lights and we get the headlights. And we can see it moving. There's a zoomed in one at 3:46. And then the light starts to dissipate. Sorry. And then again at 3:49. Let's see. Oops. We see headlights, right? Yeah. Yeah, we can see them. Yeah, headlights right there. Again, at a different time. So is it the same car or is this another car? And again, this is the night he went missing. Just after this little light goes on near the pond area. I don't know. And then on top of all that, think about Katie and what she did that morning. What direction did she go? And what direction are we looking at? We're looking at basically, we're looking at the construction, cemetery, school. Like, everything points this way, at least with activity. The night he went missing. It would be pretty wild, and I hope it's not true, but if something bad did happen to Sebastian, did they try to just cover it up by, putting him out in a cemetery where no one would think to look or expect it for him to be buried, I guess would be a better way to say it. But anyway, Cooper, oh, thank you so much. Chris, you are so appreciated. Get some rest and do something nice for yourself. I appreciate that. Yeah, my eyeballs hurt. I'm not kidding. Not that bad. And again, these glasses are, designed to, protect your eyes from staring at screens for long periods of time. But yeah, a little migraine from staring at security footage. But I'm telling you guys, I've been looking. I'll show you guys some unseen footage. I've been looking. There is no vehicles, no light, nothing going on except for these 2 time frames. It is so strange. But thank you so much, Cooper. I know you got some merch too. I'm kind of curious. I don't know if you could ever send a picture. That'd be even just of what you got. That'd be cool to see. I need to design something. Thank you guys so much. That's what I wondered. I mean, it's possible it could be the same car driving, because there's loops in the cemetery. Certainly, as you can see, this is the night he went missing, and we see basically the same thing, 2 minutes. This is where it's a little bit interesting, because this is only a 2-minute difference, and there's like 2 vehicles. Again, it could be the same vehicle. I don't know. Or are they meeting up? It's tough to say. And then you can see the vehicle there. You can see, it's big. 353 as it exits out. That's just such a weird time. So Silvers, God bless his soul, Silvers and Silvers 2, they are going to do some investigating very, very soon, which is amazing. And we are kind of talking behind the scenes to further investigate what where this light, I think we've got it pretty narrowed down, but, might be some tricks we might be able to do to maybe even narrow it down further. Unfortunately, the ideal thing to do would be is to have the local be out there at night and then have somebody go to the cemetery with like a light and then kind of drive through and they record and then see what they see, and do different experiments. Unfortunately, they can't do that because all the homes have been built. So there's just a bunch of homes now up here because, it goes up. So unfortunately, that would be the ideal experiment for this, but won't be able to do that. So I'm gonna read chat, but if you came in a little late, other than the cemetery, which I'm really, again, this will be sent to TBI and FBI. I wanted to do a little bit more investigating before, because I didn't want to be, again, just sending in tips of every little thing I see, and and then if I do find something, then I'd be like, oh, it's this guy again. I don't want to be in that situation, so I want to make sure I do my due diligence and research and make sure this isn't an anomaly and this isn't just something that's normal for this cemetery. Again, this isn't, a cemetery that's oh, I got the wrong video. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, if you missed it earlier, found another 3 a.m. car. The night before he went missing, we have this vehicle at 3:30, 3:31, doing the same exact thing as the silver sedan. So strange. So I'm gonna read chat. Kitty, you say you see people in the cemetery. I mean, I don't doubt you probably see like stuff moving. I have no doubt, Kitty, but uh, like I said in my live on Sunday, they are like we are looking so far out. I think I showed on Sunday like the dog handler who was just in the construction site, not much closer, but closer to the camera, and he was just like a couple of pixels. Like we could barely make him out. And so I don't think you'd be able to see people actually in the cemetery. Like if they had a light source, you'd be able to see the light source that they have. But I think it's way too far. And they would be just a little black dot moving around. Not to say that there couldn't be people moving in that cemetery. Actually, I would be shocked if it wasn't somebody walking around in there, considering there's vehicles. So I do think you're partially right. I just don't know if what you're seeing is exactly what you think, is people. If that makes sense. Again, the word I like to use is pareidolia, because our brains are just wired to see patterns. Sassy, thank you so much for all the hard work and for the membership. Come back to you in just a second. Deanna, please hit that thumbs up for Chris. He worked so hard for Sebastian. Oh, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. God bless. Thank you, Deanna. And Summer's Army, always supporting the missing Summers and Sebastian. Always great to see you, Chris. You too. Thank you so much for the support. And we almost have 700. Oh, over 700. If you want to circle it and send it to me, I'll be happy to look at it. But I mean, I don't see anybody. Again, not to say there's not somebody out there. I know. Yeah, because they didn't have any patience. They didn't have any patience. Bless you. I have no idea what you're saying, but that is all wrong. That is just all absolutely wrong. Unless I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know. Maybe unless you're talking about a different neighbor. I don't know. And maybe, Sharon. Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, if you guys want, I'll show you guys some just unfiltered footage. And for the members, I uploaded some footage for you guys. I think 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. So I think you guys have midnight to 2 a.m. and 3 to 4. So I need the 2 to 3 for you guys. Patreon, I think I have midnight to 4 a.m. on the 26th. Of course, Patreon, you have to pay for it, but the Patreon stuff for the Sebastian surveillance is all free. So you can go over there to my Patreon page if you want to look at unadulterated surveillance, such as this, like this. No No watermarks, anything like that. I cannot stand that stuff. And again, you let me know if you see anything, but please don't, make sure what you think you may see is actually something, because I'm getting so many emails, and I know everybody's just trying to help, but I it's so hard when I get like 50 emails in one day, and I can't get back to everybody, and it, it kind of sucks. But here, just an example. I just got this today. This is the night he went missing. This is 2 a.m., right? This is 2 a.m. And I wanted to see, okay, oops, sorry guys, 1 second. Wanted to see if, yeah, because so this is fully zoomed out. So Kitty, and again, I appreciate the membership and stuff, but this is, how far away is this? They would be a blip. They would be a pixel at best. If you believe you're seeing people walking in the cemetery, I don't know. The only way is if they crossed in front of a light source, because it would be so tiny. Again, not to say I don't think you're wrong. I probably think there is people out there. But here, some unadulterated footage. 2 a.m. when he went missing. And as you can see, that's the North Star. I know it's really small. Again, I don't have it edited or anything. This is, again, just unadulterated footage. And I'm scrolling through it right now. And again, I'm keeping my eye. I mean, I'm looking everywhere, but I'm keeping my eye in this general area to see if that light comes on or if I see a car. And don't be fooled by a little bit of light flickering, because again, I'm fast forwarding, so you can see the clouds are, if you're noticing the color change in the background, that is because the clouds are, because remember, it's a full moon, more or less. So that's just kind of the cloud cover coming in and out. But oops, I didn't mean to go through the whole thing. But yeah, here's me speeding it up. Oh shoot, you can't see it because it went full screen, sorry. But nothing. And that's what I'm doing. That's why my eyeballs hurt. Is trying to go through and see if I can see anything else. But so far, nothing else. Not a single vehicle going through that cemetery at night. And here's, if you guys want to know a trick, if you guys want to know how I kind of find stuff, as I do this, I scroll like this, and if there's something moving, I'll be able to tell, because when you kind of zoom it back and forth, that light source is going to keep repeating itself. The anomaly, I should say, it will appear. So that's kind of my trick to finding little light movements, is by because it'd be nearly impossible to watch 50 plus hours of footage. So there's other tricks that I do. Anyway, can you reverse the light on photo, making all things dark? Oh, you mean run negative? Yes, I could. I could do a negative filter. You guys want to see me do it? Negative filter, huh? That's an interesting thought, Carolyn. Let's do it. Negative filter. So if anybody doesn't know, that's interesting. Huh. Good for you. This is a team. Yeah. Yeah, you'd speed it up. And so, because obviously, if there's nothing going to be going on in a video for like 90% of it, nothing's really going to change. So when you scroll it, whenever there's that anomaly, it's gonna poke out because obviously everything else is just static, right? And so that's my trick. Anyway, oh shoot. Oh, I hate this new Filmora, the way they do it. Drives me nuts. Okay, this is an interesting idea. Interesting idea indeed. Okay. And again, if you don't know what Carolyn's mentioning, I'm just trying to think. If I did the original, it'd just take me a long time to find everything. Yeah, let's just do it for a few parts. Okay, so that's the 25th to 26th. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm trying to find. All right, that's light. Okay. All right. Cut this out. Cut that out. Cut that out. Okay. All right. I like your idea. I may need to use the bathroom, so I may get this set up. So she's talking about this. So it switches, reverses. Let's see, inverse shade. Let's see if that one did. Oh, there's another one. That was interesting. I like this. Okay. Let me find a hot spot here. I think this one works. Okay, my computer's gonna like blow up from this. Okay, that's interesting. All right, I'm gonna go full screen. I'm just gonna let this play for a second. I gotta use the restroom. Okay, 340 to 350 on the 25th or the 26th. Let's see, which one is the? Well, I'll look at both. Okay, we'll look at both to entertain it. You'll see the man. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, 342 to 348 is more precise. Okay, we'll see. All right, I'm going to let this play. This is the 25th, and then it's going to go to the 26th. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, so I'm going to go full screen. Be right back, guys. Okay. All right. Okay, you said the 26th? That's 25th. 26. Okay. All right. No, that's the car. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see the right side. Dang it. I'll pull out the normal video after this. I know you can't see the right side. Actually, here I'll go full screen. What are we watching? We're watching. We're using a filter that kind of brings out the lights. So it's kind of an interesting way to look at it. Let's see what the vehicles look like. I'll go full screen if the vehicles are out of the view there. Oh, I didn't put the filter all the way. It's an interesting idea. My computer's going to blow up. I can hear it. It does not like this. Yeah, that's another good way to point out anomalies. Oh, it's hard to see it here. I'm going to go full screen for you guys so you can see it real quick. Not a bad thing. What was that, Carolyn? Okay. Thank you, Brenda, for the PayPal. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah. So you're gonna probably see a lot of movement. Keep in mind, some of this is just from the lights getting obscured by the trees a little bit. But yeah, look at that. That's the car. You can see it. And this is where you said you're seeing the movement, Kitty. I'm assuming somewhere in here. I mean, before I send it to TBI and all them, I'll look through it all. But this is a great idea. It's actually a really great idea. Yeah, because there's the car. My computers. I'm a little worried. I've just got a lot going on. The computers. But yeah, I just, again, that's so far. I could see where you could see like some probably movement, but I don't know if they would be that big. I think I can see where you're kind of mentioning. I don't think a person would be that big if that's what I'm thinking you're looking at. But yeah, wow, look at that. Man, you could see it a lot better by doing that. That's interesting. Man, good job. Yeah, again, this is on the night he went missing. Man, I might even send it in this version as well to them. I'm gonna think of it. Interesting. Oh, sorry, I'm not full. Ah, shoot, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm not full screen. Anyway, interesting. Good idea. Um, behind tree in middle. Behind tree in middle. Behind tree in middle. Let me go to the 26, right? Oh, wrong video. Wrong video. Sorry. Activity. There we go. Oh, my computer. Oh, I need to close this. This is why it's freaking out. Calm down. All right, one last time. Yeah, 6. I mean, I see the cars moving. I don't see. I see stuff getting obscured, but I don't know if that's actual movement. I mean, it certainly could be. It's just so tough to tell 100%. Where is that car? That car is. This car is like. Oh, I wish all these trees weren't here. That car is like in here, but it's so weird. I mean, it's got to be about right here, but is there? No, there's no. There's just the one entrance, right? And then it has the loop, right? Oh no, there is this other road. That's right. I don't know. Yeah, because we wouldn't be able to see beyond the houses. Like our view would be like kind of coming in. Yeah, maybe we could see a little bit over the top of the houses, I guess. Maybe the houses are right here. Yeah. That's strange. I will. Okay, let's see. Um, yeah, I don't see. Somebody sent me something through Chat GPT, but that just got oh uh oh, that's hard to see. Uh, Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it further, Kiki, after I get off. Yeah, it's tough to say. There's a lot. Uh, re- oh, the 3 a.m. flashlight video like this? Yeah, I've done it. I have done that before. I promise you, there's nothing that sticks out. I would do it, but my PC is like super hot right now. I think um, I've really pushed the boundaries on it. Yes, Jelly Bean. I mean, I've shown a little bit of the daytime footage. We've even watched the dogs go by. Um, uh, so here's where is it? There it is. Well, here's the daytime zoomed in. So yeah, I mean, believe me, I've looked at all this at the relevant hours. We track the dog. I'll probably upload that for the members just in case you guys want to see where the dogs went as far as that we can see until they're kind of just a blur. Um, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The one that Kiki sent me. I'll show it one more time. Kiki, you have to tell me the timestamp on it. That would help me. Um, there it is. You say you see a white van? What is that? Or white truck? White truck. And this is at the cemetery? Why can't I? Maybe you send me like a timestamp so I know what so did I say someone don't blow up your computer? Yeah. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I've got like I had like a bunch of programs running, so it's kinda I don't know if the church had camera or not. Again, it's not a big church. It's not a big church. Um, I mean, I honestly don't. If you could tell me the timestamp, Kiki, did you tell me? Are we talking over here? I mean, I don't right here. Not to say it's not. Um, I mean, I would agree to a point, Peaceful. That's why I want people to be very careful about what they. Again, I'm sure they think they're seeing something, and I would not be surprised if people are out there. But again, yeah, we're looking so far away, um, that they would just be a blip, at most. Yeah, I can't tell where you took that screenshot from, Kiki. Oh, I can kind of see. Actually, no. How did I do that? Trying to figure out where you took that. You got the light here. What's the timestamp? Okay, church had one camera. Interesting. Looks like you took that. This would be in the construction if that's where I think you took that from. Everything below this would be construction or the new thing. But anyway, we'll continue to keep looking. Go back, the footage is there. Also, I occasionally upload, stuff on Patreon for free. And for my Patreon members as well. But the unadulterated footage is there for you guys to go on the Patreon and snag. If you remember, there's some of the same footage for now, and I'll slowly, what is that I can upload that's not doesn't show any of the neighbors or anybody that's not involved. But yeah. Mary says, I don't know why, but I keep feeling like Sebastian was given away and he's still alive. I really hope that's the truth. It could be in another country. Does anyone else feel that way? I think a lot of people feel that way. I just feel like, I really do. Of course, I really, really do. Oh, that was sent to you and then sent to me. I gotcha. Yeah, if you give me a timestamp, I'll look at it. Again, one more time, if you guys can, just for those that email me, if you can, please try to keep that to a minimum. Unless it's super important. Just for the next week or so, because I'm getting so many emails, and I know 99% of you guys are just trying to help. It's just I can't get back to everybody when I get so many emails. So if you can, just try to make sure, to for the next while, if you can, try not to email as much unless it's something important or something, yeah. Will do, Travis. I am ready to shut down. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Again, be going over more footage and birthday coming up. Again, huge shout out to Voices of Truth for the thing for Sebastian's birthday on Sunday. Silvers is going to be back out doing some stuff very soon. Kind of collaborating with him behind the scenes. So this cemetery thing is not over, and of course, eventually this will be sent into TBI and FBI. I just, again, I'm trying to be very thorough, make sure this is not, is this the night guy driving to the cemetery to make sure everything's okay? But that doesn't appear to be the case. This really appears to be an anomaly, and the night before and of when Sebastian went missing. I do think it could be a big possible clue. So, with that said, I am going to head out. Mods, thank you so much, as always. D. Tryon, oh my gosh, that's funny. I've seen you throughout, and I just realized your name. I love that, D. Tryon. But thank you guys. Again, there's so many people. I can't shout everybody out, but thank you guys so much for love and support. If you haven't, hit that like button on the way out. I'm going to do a pet outro. In about a week or so, we'll do another gather some pets for the newer members. And then I think maybe sometime in the middle of the month, we'll do a mod appreciation thing. Because we got some new mods that have been doing an amazing job. And I know not a lot of channels do mod appreciation. Yeah, so it'd be fun to do that. And I think a lot of people like to give back to the mods, so because we have such an amazing group. So good night, you guys. Much love. Should be back Wednesday. Take a night off, let my eyes rest, and all that fun jazz. All right, here's a pet outro. We'll see you guys likely Wednesday. Be safe.